And now,
it's 10 a.m.
Let's just get down to it.
And it's time for your sports fix.
Strap yourselves in, folks.
From two guys who have covered the teams you're passionate about for years.
We are professionals.
This is Jake Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5 The KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5 The KSL Sports Zone. Jake Scott, Ben Anderson, thank you for making us a part of your Friday, I think. How's it going over there, Ben?
Doing all right. How are you?
Fine.
Okay.
You know, it's Friday. It's been an interesting week.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting week. But yeah, we're here. It's a game day for the Jazz. BYU's got a huge game over the weekend. There were rumors last night that Bill Belichick and the adult novelty heiress broke up.
Split.
But I haven't seen this morning. Has that been confirmed?
I only saw one person retweet it with the graphic that is very easy to fake the graphic, so I'm not buying it.
I wasn't feeling very comfortable with the sourcing either.
Correct. I'm going to need to know who the adult novelty heiress is dating next before I believe she's left this vine.
Oh, she's moving on to Bob Kraft for sure. Bob's in the Super Bowl.
Back in the bowl.
She's going to go a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is Bob Kraft older than Bill Belichick?
Yeah, he's in his 80s.
I
Is he?
picture him being
Okay.
older, yeah.
I think
looks
he's like
older,
84.
but that doesn't mean anything. There are a lot of, there are times when I say that guy looks older or is cast in a movie to be older, and they're, as the same age as the person playing their son or whatever.
No, because she's definitely the vengeful type. I would guess. And would move right to Bob Kraft. In fact, Bob's phone probably just rang, and she's like, hey, do you need a PR gal?
Okay, there's an 11-year gap.
Grok says the rumor is false.
The rumor is false. Okay.
If Grok said it, I believe they're broken up. I believe they've been split for months.
Because I did
That ex-AI garbage.
try to look into it, and it didn't appear to be. And then, of course, I was glued to page 6 all morning.
Well, because that would be the biggest story in sports this weekend. The
Absolutely.
Super Bowl this weekend would be the biggest NFL story. It'd be the biggest college football story.
He should really do it.
He? Bob Kraft?
No.
Or Bill?
Bill should move on.
Why would you think that Bill would have the right to move on?
The right
That's the only thing he's got going for him right now.
is what?
Young girlfriend.
Yeah, young date.
You know,
He just got rejected from the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Right.
His football team sucks.
you realize having a young girlfriend isn't a goal, right?
It's not for you.
Are you a 70-something-year-old man?
And that's
Are you
not
73?
But that you refer to it like he won a prize or something like that, and that negates the fact that she is a person and not just an age.
You're not going to play it?
Like that?
There we go. You had a weird one. You kind of put two sentences together. No, she's the walking defibrillator. Like she's keeping him alive. The second she leaves, that heart stops.
Okay,
I'm
you know
sure
what?
she means a lot to him regardless of her age. So, yes, that is all that he has going for him right now.
You know what I like Ben's theory here, that it is certain doom if he breaks up with her. Like, why else would he do the stupid mermaid picture? You know what I mean? Have you seen that picture where he's dressed up like some idiot fisherman and with a fishing pole catching her who's a mermaid?
Yeah, the defibrillator. That's who she is now. She's keeping him alive. She's the
only way.
emergency life resuscitation.
The only way Bill Belichick would pose for something like that,
Like that?
is if his life was literally on the line. I'm going to die tomorrow unless I placate this woman. So get me those galoshes and a hat.
And in fact, they might be related. If he were to betray her, it might cost him his life.
It's got to be. There's no other way. Bill Belichick, the guy that all of national sports journalism is arguing should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, let alone arguments that he's the best coach of all time. He's going out, he's spending his weekends at a semi-pro cheerleading competition in, I about said small town North Carolina. That's not true, but Like not even flying to New York for a professional cheerleading.
Yeah, they didn't go down to Disney World for the Nationals.
Down the road to Durham.
Yeah, at a community high school, like a public high school.
Can you imagine a bigger group of people that just cannot move on with their lives? You know what I mean? Did you ever? You might have been this guy. I don't know. Christian might have. Were you super senior or new super senior? I knew several
guys who wouldn't leave high school.
Just wouldn't. Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, I've been graduated for 2 years, but I'm still
not once.
Yeah, the Matthew McConaughey character in Dazed and Confused is based on this this phenomenon. But it's just people that cannot turn the page in life.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being she's what, 24, 25? A 25-year-old. That is still young. This is Christian's age. This is still a young person. Mm-hmm. But doing cheerleading still.
Trip McNeely, if you've seen Can't Hardly Wait, he comes back to the house party. It's like, yeah, man, what are you doing here?
She's dating a 90-year-old, but can't move on from 16? I mean, there's some weird psychological stuff going on here.
There's a lot to unpack.
And the fact that he's like, okay, I'll come. I'd love to see you do your cheer thing.
Yeah. What else do I have going on? That's the weird thing, though, is he does have other things going on.
He has a lot going on. Like one of the busiest jobs there is.
Did you hear Coach Calhoun with DJ and PK this morning? Utah State's head basketball coach. He was very good, but he basically described his job. Mm-hmm. I would rather do anything else.
Yeah,
I would rather do anything else. They asked him how much he fundraises, and he's like, every single day. Yep. If you're not fundraising, you're not doing the job. It's like,
yeah.
I pictured that scene from The Wire where the dude Carcetti running for mayor is locked in the office until he makes so many phone calls to raise money. That's his life.
Yep.
He's in his office right now calling somebody.
Not Bill. And maybe that's the nice thing. No, not
Bill. He's at a cheer competition.
Maybe this is the other theory, is that Bill can get out of that because he can tell his bosses, if that's such a thing at North Carolina, is like, you got to talk to Jordon. You got to talk to the adult novelty heiress. If you want me to not be fundraising, or you want me to be fundraising today, you're going to have to go through Jordon first, because she has set up an afternoon for us that involves a mermaid photo shoot and an adult cheer competition, and I cannot break those off. She will kill me, but you can talk to her.
Well,
and no one wants to deal with her.
Okay, here's the problem as we diagnose it from afar. The reason he can go to the cheer competition as opposed to doing his job is because he didn't take the North Carolina job. His kid did. He got his kid the job, but I'm sure part of the arrangement was, Dad, you don't have to do anything. You have to show up on the sideline, pretend like you're calling a defense, and I'm going to do the rest. You are getting me this job. Mm-hmm. And so that's part of their dynamic is funny. Have you read the stories or where they talk about how the what I guess would be daughter-in-law, the wife of
Little Bill,
really pushing back against
not like Jordon
against the heiress? Yeah. But I'm sure Bill's like, shut the front door. The only reason we're here in the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, is because your husband can't walk on his own 2 feet.
Yeah, I'm sure there is a weird power struggle there, which is your son would not get this job if it wasn't for my boyfriend.
Yes.
And I also wouldn't be here.
They'd be in Nantucket doing whatever they do in Nantucket that's so important to her.
Trying to stretch his defensive coordinator job as far as he absolutely could, because there was not another job coming.
Because why would he take the North Carolina job?
No, of course, that was it. It was to set up his son. So, yes, the adult novelty heiress has an argument against Little Bill's wife that you're the reason we're here, actually. So you can stuff it.
Right. Exactly.
But certainly Little Bill's wife does not love the adult novelty heiress and the mockery she's made of the entire family.
And they've tried to intervene to say, you're crazy, Bill. What are you doing? And he says, shut the front door. I'm the reason you're here.
Staying young.
I'm the reason that you live in the nice part of Chapel Hill.
Well, I'm glad they haven't broken up, or at least it's not confirmed.
I'm glad we started the show here.
I will mourn that.
Oh,
I will mourn that because more than certainly any other show west of the Mississippi, we have gotten a lot of run out of Bill
and his relationship.
and the ANH. Yeah.
Honestly, it's because it's the craziest story ever.
It's
we
the
can
best.
we can all agree
it's
that
the
it is.
greatest late career turn we've ever seen.
It's like Sharon Moore, but Game of Thrones style.
And less.
Like a slow build, whereas Sharon just flamed out in a day.
Yeah.
And obviously, Bill is destroying.
Like a real victim.
Sharon was?
No, he created a real victim.
Oh, he definitely
Breaking
did.
into somebody's house.
No, I'm more talking about the flame out portion.
Yes.
Yeah, he fell shorter and faster. Bill is falling longer and way more drawn out.
Is Bill a victim here? Is there a
He could
chance
be.
Bill
Yes. You could make an argument he is a victim. Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. So you're right. Maybe there is a victim. Maybe Bill is a victim here.
What is that movie with our favorite former Scientologist, Jason Lee? Mm-hmm. The Jennifer Love Hewitt, and I think it's Christopher Guest's wife. What's her name?
Heartbreakers.
Yeah, Heartbreakers.
Yeah. And Gene Hackman.
And maybe Gene Hackman's best movie, in all honesty. He's so funny.
Not
He's
even
so
close.
funny in that movie.
Yeah. Sigourney Weaver. Yeah.
But is Gene Hackman then it wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis.
No.
It was Sigourney. Anyway, was Gene Hackman a victim in that movie? Yes! Yes, 100% yes.
Didn't see her coming.
Was that, remember the geezer that loved strip clubs that married Anna Nicole Smith? Like 96 years old?
I do
Remember
him.
that guy?
Yeah.
Was he a victim? Yes!
You think so?
100%.
Okay.
Am I making sense, Christian?
Yeah.
Yes, I think Bill could be a victim. Yeah.
Okay.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, you know him, the actor?
Yeah.
No.
It's in 28 days later.
He's like
28 years later.
He's like in his 30s, and his wife is very old.
She's like 48.
No. She's a lot older than that.
But
Look
it's
it up. Look it
it's
up. Wait, but what?
It's a Macron? What's his our guy?
Macron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar situation.
No,
Hugh Jackman for a while.
is that woman like a
She's
like
a director.
a Getty family
She's
member
a
or
director.
something?
She's a director. So she does actually wield some power over him, though he has become a bigger star than she is.
She's 58, and
He
he's
is-
in his early 30s, I think.
Okay.
So it's not quite as egregious, right?
And we certainly accept it more with men of that age to women of that age. But Bill has jumped the 50-year barrier, which is particularly bizarre.
She's robbing him. That's what's happening.
I don't know.
She's not,
Whatever she
and
wants to
not
do.
just of his dignity. I'm sure that relationship has cost him a lot financially.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure the wills have been rewritten. I'm sure that was day one deals.
Oh yeah, young Bill's not getting a dime.
Yeah, right. This
Got
is what
you-
he's getting.
Got you a job, dude.
This is what he's getting.
Yeah, this is your
I got
inheritance.
you a job. I taught a man to fish, and then I fished with this mermaid, and she's taking all my money. You're the man I taught to fish. She dressed me up like a fisherman.
Oh,
That's how
man.
this works.
It is. It's the best story in sports. It's amazing.
For a while now.
It's amazing. No, like think about it for a
There's
second.
legitimately a 50-year gap.
It's like if
50 years.
and I apologize for besmirching
Besmirching.
his name, but it's like if Lavelle Edwards, right after he retired from BYU, showed up with a 24-year-old, and then took the Colorado State job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Or not even the Colorado State job. Took the New Mexico
Yeah,
job.
worse. Yeah, the drop from the New England Patriots to North Carolina football, comparatively BYU would be like, yeah, I got the job at Highland High School. Yeah, I'm doing the East High Leopards now.
I still love Gronk's comments and all this, where he's like, do you know how many times that man told me that I need to keep it together?
Yeah.
And not let distractions, get in the way of good decisions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, now I'm watching this, like, what are you doing? Oh, man. By the way, shout out to Patty Edwards, who is a very lovely person.
Yep.
Maybe a bad example. But you know what I mean? The shock to this is like the NFL's most serious coach ever, decorated, shows up with some 24-year-old gal he met on a plane when she was 21, maybe younger.
I'm 39, so my future Jordon Hudson won't be born for 11 more years.
Whoa. You better make a lot more money.
Meaning her parents are Probably 12 or 13 right now. Bill!
This is such an uncomfortable.
Go wild, man. You psycho.
Thing. How dare you criticize me? You're the reason we're here in Chapel in the first place. What a disaster. You want to talk Jazz next?
Sure.
We could talk whatever. We could, BYU's got a big one, and and if you looked at the injury report, it got a little more interesting yesterday. So we'll talk about it all coming up next. It's the Jake and Ben Show, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
It's time to break down the biggest stories of the day. This is the top 3 stories of the day on KSLSports.com. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Jake, Scott, Ben Anderson. Time for the top 3 stories of the day at KSLSports.com. Brought to you by our friends at J. Brooks Jewelers. Cherish your love with J. Brooks Jewelers. Explore their expertly crafted engagement rings made from the finest materials. J. Brooks Jewelers. All right, Christian, where do you want to start today?
Number 1, the Jazz taking on the Brooklyn Nets tonight. No Lauri.
Lauri's out for rest. You can rest him on home games. You cannot rest him on the road. So I'm guessing you will see Lauri a little bit more coming up on this 5-game road trip. But it does seem like, and I should also note that Cody Williams, Yusuf Nurkic listed as questionable. Kevin Love also questionable. Am I right on that? So, if you want to decimate your front court and put it on Flip and put it on Taylor Hendricks to go out there and win you a game or lose you a game, that's certainly the gamble. We'll see who ends up playing tonight. Jazz have had a couple of these questionable games where I thought for sure the guy would rest, and he ends up playing. So I'm not taking the questionable as a gospel that they're not going to be out there.
All right, Ben. We've seen how hard it is to lose that many games, and maybe has the time come to get creative?
Okay.
If you cannot rest Lauri on the road, what if he is actually sick again?
Yeah.
So bear with me here.
Mm-hmm.
Poison Lauri.
Poison Lauri Markkanen.
Just like a little, though,
Sure. You're not trying to kill him.
Well, yeah, right. Ben, we got to make that abundantly clear. When we say poison Lauri Markkanen, we're just talking just some mild poisoning. Just enough so he can't play. Because you don't want to get fined.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. By the way, the injury report released this morning.
I love it that Ben's on board with the poisoning.
I want to come out and say I'm not with that.
No? No, just a little bit.
I want to absolve myself.
I'm just letting Jake talk while I'm reading an injury report.
What did they give the guy from the A-team in Wedding Crashers?
Oh, Visine?
Well, it's not Visine. There was some sort of poison there. You could drink Visine and not get sick.
No, it was like a real thing. Eye drops would make people deathly ill.
No, it would not.
Look it up. No, seriously, eye drops were deathly poisonous to be drinking for a while. And yes, they have since fixed it. But yes, that was actually, Christian, do some research. Do it now. The injury report released this morning at 7:30 does have Kevin Love and Yusuf Nurkic out, officially out. We'll see if that changes. They have to update it about every half hour, every hour. But people have gone to prison for life for trying to kill somebody using eye drops.
Ingesting Visine or other eye drops is dangerous and can lead to severe poisoning, coma, or death.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Don't poison your boyfriend or whoever, your star Finnish basketball player, with eye drops.
Lloyd, you better watch your coffee from here on out. I can't say that legally. I didn't mean that. Because if Lloyd actually shows up poisoned, I'd be in real trouble.
Huge trouble. And Lauri.
Lauri, for that matter.
I want Lauri to feel better. I want Lauri to play every game. So we'll see. Looks like the Jazz will be pretty injury decimated. We have not seen a Brooklyn Nets report yesterday. They were pretty healthy yesterday in their loss to the Denver Nuggets. That was close. So we'll see what Brooklyn looks like if Michael Porter Jr. plays.
Ready to see him shoot?
We'll see how Yegor plays. Yegor has been one of the more interesting rookies I've ever seen. He could not shoot a lick at BYU. It's kind of the only thing he can do it in Brooklyn right now. He doesn't take 2-point shots. I think he's below 40% on 2-point shots, but he's over 40% on threes, or he's up there. I think he's set the rookie record now for consecutive made threes in over, as far as a span of NBA games goes. He's up over 33.
That was Kuz, right?
Yeah, correct. Couldn't shoot at all at Utah. He did have a good late push, I think starting in February of his junior season before he declared for the draft, and then was a much more effective shooter in the NBA.
That certainly was a storyline his rookie season.
Yeah.
Because remember, that year was the tryout to see who gets to play with LeBron.
And they won a title.
Which was the Mickey Mouse title?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't his rookie year, though.
Was that not? Was that Kuz's second year? Couldn't have been that deep into his career.
When was he drafted? I think it was.
You might be right. It might be his third year, but it couldn't have been that far in.
Kuz played at Utah longer ago than you would think.
He was drafted in 2017.
So, yeah, third year, fourth
So
year.
his third year, yeah. Still got that ring.
By the way, VWag Golf chiming in on YouTube. He said, I think we should test it live on air right now, Jake. Someone has to have eye drops.
I have eye drops. I have eye drops right now. Jake, whip that coffee open.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, you're advocating for poisoning the star basketball player for the Utah Jazz.
I'm not advocating poisoning me.
Okay. You being sick doesn't help anyone.
That's a him problem. Yeah. Would you rather poison Lauri or get a $100,000 fine or whatever it is?
Again, I think the Jazz have done plenty. I keep seeing all these trade scenarios. I saw the worst trade scenario, which was someone was like, trade Lauri to the Lakers, LeBron goes to the Cavs, Jazz get absolutely garbage players back, with the exception of Sam Merrill, who's a good player, but absolute trash back and a couple of draft picks because the Jazz need to lose games to keep their pick. It's like, no, they don't. The Jazz are fine. The Jazz have figured out how to hold on to this pick. They've got a 96% chance right now of holding on to it. They're fine. They could lose more games if they want to. They will eat fines if they have to close the season. The Jazz are not going to sell off Lauri Markkanen to lose 3 extra games before the end of the year. They don't have to.
Who did the Pelicans trade with again on draft night?
The Hawks.
Man, they're the real winners here, aren't they?
Atlanta is going to have the number 1 overall pick.
Again.
Yeah, good for them.
Maybe they shouldn't boot it this time.
Yeah.
The Pelicans, by the way, currently 12-37. Half a game better than the Pacers.
Yeah. For the worst record in the league.
Tied with Kings.
Yeah. Brutal.
Don't have their
Don't
pick.
own their own pick at all. Insane.
Should be really trying.
Yep.
Still only won 12 games.
To trade that pick on draft night to move up 10 spots.
Might
to
be
draft
the-
Derek Queen, who's fine. But, yeah, one of the most short-sighted trades. And the fact that it was actually the better of 2 picks. So not only one shot to move up, they have their own pick, and I think it's Milwaukee or something.
Right.
Whichever one of those is better goes to Atlanta, I think. So Atlanta actually has a great, great opportunity to get this number 1 overall pick. It's crazy.
Might be the dumbest trade of all time.
Yeah, one of the worst trades of all time. Joe Dumars, shout out.
Because even the Paul George thing was not as... I mean, it took us several years to figure that out.
Yeah.
You know, that was a really bad trade, but it took, at least 3, maybe 4 years to really figure that out?
Yeah.
This one, we were doing the show together when the trade happened. It was like, this is the most bizarre trade I've ever seen.
We just kept saying, like, what are the protections? What are the protections on the pick? None.
What?
Yeah, didn't make any sense.
You mean the Pelicans that probably won't make the playoffs just booted their pick to move up 10 spots?
Yeah.
It almost feels like it's so bad it had to be an error.
Correct. Like they didn't realize.
Like they didn't include it. Like it meant to be included, and somehow the attorney for the club or something was like, "Oh, I forgot to put that in."
Put the protection on there.
Ah!
Next.
Big game for the Cougs tomorrow. Jake, you said you've been watching the availability reports.
Yeah. Kansas is going to have the fully loaded squad, right?
It sounds like Darren Peterson's going to play. He's been dealing with a knee injury or an ankle injury.
Is he still? I'm looking. Is he still officially questionable, or we decided that he's going to play? It was kind of the assumed once it got put into the atmosphere.
I think the assumption is he's going to play. I don't think he's been officially announced as available.
So we're likely, or we hope, are going to see the top 2 prospects in the draft right now?
Yeah, I think there's no question about it. I think if the draft were held today, those would be the top 2 guys.
Kind of unfair, though, with him just coming back. Wonder what kind of...
Well, and don't be surprised if he leaves the game with cramps. That's his other thing. He's always leaving games with cramps.
You know, we talked about Lauri. Game shape is a thing. Mm-hmm. And it's less of a thing in college than it is in the NBA because there's, half as many games or whatever. But it definitely is a thing. Coming back from a layoff and being expected to dominate, probably not fair.
Yeah, Bill Self did say yesterday he expects him to play. Drink some pickle juice, man. Why are you cramping up so much? Whatever you got to do. Lay off the Visine. Drink something that keeps you hydrated. Why has this been the case since he was like 15 years old? It's a little bizarre.
Maybe he's a heavy sweater.
Maybe, yeah. But then
Maybe
fix that.
Maybe he perspires.
Get an IV. I don't care what
Fix
you have
it.
to do.
What
Get
like
a banana bag or whatever they call that.
glue up his pores? Fix it?
Hydrate. Yeah, man. Yeah, put Vaseline over your whole body to keep all the fluids in.
All of it in.
This man is slippery.
Christian, you have sweating problems?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a sweaty guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's why you're always stretching back there. 'Cause you're cramping up during the show.
I've had embarrassing sweating moments in my life. Never wear blue to a wedding in the middle of the summer in Minnesota. Bad idea.
Never wear blue to a wedding in the middle of summer in Minnesota.
No taken. Next time.
Good enough.
Blue.
Kids, write that down.
Blue was the worst choice. I told you I danced with the bride at one point and apologized to her. I'm so sorry.
That's gross.
I'm so sorry
Yeah.
that this is happening to you.
No one likes the sweaty guy.
It's like my third run at the 24-hour fitness.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. At one point, I just had to lean in and be like, you know what? I'm it.
I'm the wet guy.
I'm sweating bullets. Quite hot in here. Anybody? We open a window?
And number
So we'll see.
3.
Well, here's the thing, honestly. Let's actually talk a little sports. This BYU Kansas game doesn't matter. You know,
I know. I told you that before the Arizona game. None of it matters.
That's the problem, again, with college basketball is BYU has already punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Good for them. They clearly have the talent to advance as far as they want to. I mean that. Like, BYU, as is, could compete for a national championship. If they click, all the pieces fit together. The talent is certainly not the question. I do think there are some questions about how well they all click together, and that's why they've had some slow starts, and why are we not seeing that better? That's why I'll be keeping an eye on tomorrow against Kansas. Can they start hot? Can they go on the road in a tough environment where everybody's going to come in and have chance and be excited to not welcome in BYU, but to face BYU? Can the Cougars out-execute early on to make sure that they're not in a situation where they're trying to erase an 11-point deficit with 65 seconds to go, which they almost did against Arizona. But, you know, you've lost to Texas Tech now. You've lost to Arizona. This would be the type of win BYU needs, I guess, to redirect their season, maybe feel some confidence that they're going to win in the NCAA tournament. But the talent is certainly not a question. They've got all the pieces they need.
I have the absolute key to the game. Now, maybe not as locked as Kyle Whittingham's turnovers, but if the guy who takes 20 shots, if you have a guy on your team who takes 20 shots, which the Cougs do in A.J. DiBonta, or somewhere in that neighborhood, he needs to make more of them. That is the key to the game.
Make or miss league. You've always said that about basketball.
It's been my theory forever.
You love when people say that.
A.J. DiBonta missed a bunch of shots.
So did Robert Wright.
Yeah, Robert Wright missed a bunch of shots. And those guys play key roles on the team, and they need to figure out a way to be effective.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, make or miss league, Ben. That's it. I do think that's the reason they lost Arizona, is their top-end guys who they rely on didn't have a good game.
Yeah, they didn't.
No?
Take better shots.
Next.
And number 3, Utah Mammoth with a historic late-game collapse yesterday.
Epic!
Up 4-2 with 2 minutes left in the game, and they give up 3 goals in regulation. As we continue to learn hockey, we saw this with the San Jose Sharks last year. They blew a late lead to a much worse team at home. This is the last game of a road trip. Last 2 minutes. Probably took their foot off the pedal. Barrett Hayton has a stupid penalty. Some of those things you can't do. This doesn't have to define the rest of their season. As we've talked about, this is a team that really rides momentum, highs and lows, really hard. If they want to make the playoffs, I do think they need to show that they can respond to this adversity with good victories to close out the week before they head out on the Olympic break. Because if they let this sink them, it could for the rest of the year.
This really is the difference between basketball and hockey. You know, I'll throw soccer and maybe to another extent Major League Baseball. If you let up, you can lose. Mm-hmm. I mean, at any time, if you let up, you can lose. It's the nature of the sport. I mean, goals are so much at a premium. You know, if you let up and the team rattles off 2 quick goals, which is absolutely possible and happens all the time, the game can totally be flipped on its head. The Jazz can be up 25, take a quarter off, and still be up 5. You know what I mean? Like, if you're up 20 in the fourth quarter, you might as well just
mail it in.
Take it to the locker room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
in these goal-scoring sports. I mean, you just can't let up for a second.
Nope, you can't. And, yeah, because the margin is never that huge.
Yeah, and that's thrilling, by the way. I mean, that's a great part of the sport. That's why people are locked into World Cup games until the bitter end, you know?
Yeah, because the craziness can happen. And, again, this is only the third time it's ever happened. I think it's the first time in the salary cap era that a team's lost in regulation leading 4-2 with 2 minutes to go. You're taking your lumps. You're trying to climb the mountain right now, and you have never reached the peak before. It's not going to be easy. No one's just going to gift it to you. And you're playing against good teams like Carolina. They're going to come back. They're trying to make the playoffs as well. So you've got to find a way to overcome the adversity after you take it. You can't let it continue to sink you. So that's what I'm going to be watching from the Mammoth. They've got Dallas coming in again this weekend, right? I think they're playing Dallas tomorrow, which is another huge game. So bounce back. That's your opportunity.
Coming
That's
up
what a playoff team would do.
At the top of the 11 o'clock hour, Henry Greenstein, he covers Kansas basketball for the Lawrence Journal-World, is going to be on the show. Stay tuned for that. It's Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Who's got it better than us?
Your home for the best sports coverage in Utah. You're listening to Jake Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Hey, join Hanson Scotty today from noon to 3 at Tim Daly Mazda in Sandy, 10785 South Auto Mall Drive. Ben, can I get to my least favorite story of the day? But it does lead to a point that shocks me that you have to make.
Please do.
I'm excited. The Winter Olympics are almost here. They're going to be on KSL Channel 5, which is cool. Sam Farnsworth, our buddy, is headed over there. Mm-hmm. Lindsey Vonn is making her comeback. Devastating injury. She's 41. Mm-hmm. She wants to come back and ski in the Olympics again. It is. It's a great story. She was at a downhill race in Switzerland yesterday, Ben, and crashed and injured her left knee. Mm-hmm. Her availability for the Olympics is very much in doubt. She said... She released statements. She said, "This is a very difficult outcome 1 week before the Olympics, but if there's one thing I know how to do, it's a comeback," which is great and optimistic. And she said, "My Olympic dream is not over," which is wonderful, and I hope that proves to be true. Did you see the conditions that she was racing in?
I did not, no.
In fact, Ben, they canceled the race right after her crash, and she, was down on the hill for 5 minutes, and she actually skied to the end gingerly, having to stop a couple of times. But honestly, whoever's putting on an event or a game or whatever, your number one obligation is safety.
Correct.
And if the conditions aren't safe, let alone for the world's most popular athlete in your particular sport, say, "Hey, Linz, we're going to cancel the event because the conditions aren't safe." Like, what are people? I don't get it. I know that, hey, you want to get the event in and you sold tickets and all this stuff, but listen, if it's not safe for the athlete, what are you doing?
It's amazing that they're still racing a month or a week before the Olympics start. They start on the 6th.
Well, it's the World Cup circuit, Ben. It goes on.
It does. It goes on. I mean, the NHL is playing right up until they leave to go and prepare for the week. I get it, but yeah, at this point, you would think everyone would be in like full training mode, not push it to the max in an actual contest, in an actual race. You're getting back to it. So that part of it's very bizarre to me.
But if you look at the video, I mean, visibility is non-existent. It's just terrible. I mean, and something bad happens and you're like, "Oh, let's shut it down."
Yeah.
I mean, where's the adult who's going, "Hey, I can't see 10 feet in front of my face."
We couldn't see Lindsey Vonn coming down.
Even the people who paid for tickets can't see.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? And the answer is getting a legend who was going to have – that was probably going to be one of the 2 or 3 biggest storylines at the Winter Olympics this year.
Probably the biggest American story heading in.
The comeback of Lindsey Vonn. Mm-hmm. Ugh. I don't know. My heart broke for her, not that I know her.
Yeah.
But seeing that video yesterday and reading that story, that just stinks. And all they had to do was be like, "You know what? Let's wait till the weather clears. Or let's shut it down or whatever." But your number one obligation, there's a reason when there's condensation on the floor, in the dual purpose arenas with hockey and basketball, you see the game delayed, sometimes for a while.
Yeah.
Why they get it under control? Because somebody can really get hurt. So yes, everybody, including the pre-half and post-game radio host, is really annoyed that we're sitting around for a half an hour. But you know what? Who's better than the alternative?
We will see. She has not been ruled out of the
No,
Olympics
she is not.
yet. She did have to get airlifted out, but some of that is just because
Is concern and caution.
and the scenario of where they are. Yeah, how do you get down the mountain?
Yeah.
So it's not exactly like, lay in the sled and we'll carry you down.
How
It's
about
not
a little
that type of
caution
hill.
before she gets hurt?
Yeah. Well, let's hope we see her out there.
I hope so. Are you excited for the Olympics?
I am. Yeah. I tune in. I am more of a summer guy like most people than the winter, but it'll be fun to watch the snowboarding. It'll be fun to watch the skiing. I'm not a figure skating guy, but I'm excited to see our locals in the NHL. That's very cool participating, so it'll be cool.
Never, and I mean never, and I learned this the hard way, watch the preliminaries for ice dancing.
I won't.
Now the final,
Christian, I just want you to know there's two things you can never do. Don't wear blue to a wedding in Minnesota in the middle of summer, and don't watch the preliminaries of ice dancing for the Olympic Games.
I'm learning a lot.
I
producing
went
for you guys. I really appreciate it.
You should write a book.
I went to the prelims for ice dancing when the Olympics were here in 2002. And it took me surprisingly a long time to realize that they're all doing the same routine. The same
I feel
music.
like I've seen that move.
The same routine. Everybody's doing the same thing. It was the most, no offense, most boring thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, and you don't mean they're all trying to score on the same basket. You mean the choreography is the same.
All the same.
For everybody.
For everyone. And I don't know about you, Ben. You might have a more trained eye than me. But I had no idea what unless somebody fell, I couldn't tell you what was a good run.
I couldn't tell you how anyone gets marked in figure skating. Unless you fall, you do a triple axel 10. That's a perfect 10. Good job. You survived on the ice. I've ice skated before.
If they change it up, like somebody does a salsa and somebody does the merengue or something like that, at least I can pretend like, ooh, I like that routine.
But maybe that's maybe that's the problem. Maybe if it becomes subjective, they're like, yeah, I gave them a gold medal because I liked their song more. You know, I'm a Gloria Estefan guy, and someone chose.
I love the sound machine.
Someone chose Genesis.
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem is.
But at least that's kind of entertaining. Not the same dull music and the same moves. But it really did. It took me like 5 routines to realize, like, I think they're doing the same thing.
It feels similar.
I think it's the exact same thing. Every single time. Why are we here? I went to several Olympic events when it was here, and that was the only one we left early.
I'm excited to have them back. It's really cool. They're coming. It'll be here in no time.
Surprisingly cool event. The biathlon up at Soldier Hollow.
Yeah.
It was one of those events that you get your tickets because you couldn't really pick what you wanted to go to, at least last time.
Yeah.
You got to put in priorities, and then they kind of filled it in or whatever. And I saw that we had biathlon tickets. I was like, oh, biathlon.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, one of the better events.
I believe it.
Intense.
Yeah.
Intense finish.
People on skis with a gun. If I saw that in the wild, I'd be like, that's the craziest thing
watching
I've ever
this guy.
seen. Yeah, I'm going to follow him from a distance.
From a distance. What's the range on that thing? All right, I'll be back about
Yeah.
that.
You a good skier? Keep my space.
All right, stay tuned. We're going to talk BYU and Kansas. What a big game. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to talk to Henry Greenstein, covers Kansas basketball for the Lawrence Journal World. We'll talk to him next, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.